Imagine waking up to a mountain of ice outside your window. In Ferryland, Newfoundland and Labrador, this is spring. Each year, giant icebergs, some larger than buildings, drift past, silent and majestic. One spring, an iceberg so massive arrived that it became stuck just offshore, towering over the town for weeks. The people of Ferryland could see it from everywhere: homes, schools, workplaces. It dominated the horizon. News spread fast. Soon visitors from around the world flocked to witness this frozen giant. The iceberg creaked and groaned, sometimes cracking with thunderous force as pieces broke away. Its surface sparkled in sunlight, revealing ancient shades of white, blue and green. For locals, the arrival of an iceberg marks the true beginning of spring, a sign that winter is over. The icebergs bring excitement and connect Ferryland to the wild ancient Arctic. They remind us of the planet's wonders, older and bigger than ourselves. This particular iceberg became a celebrity, drawing crowds and cameras. The town's usual quiet was replaced by awe and activity. The iceberg's presence changed everything, even the air and the sounds of the sea. It was a living monument, a reminder of nature's power and beauty. For a brief time, Ferryland became the center of the world's attention, and when the iceberg finally drifted away, it left behind memories of a truly magical spring. The route these icebergs travel is called Iceberg Alley, a vast ocean corridor stretching from Greenland to Newfoundland. Each spring, hundreds of icebergs ride the Labrador Current south, a journey that can take years. It all starts in Greenland, where glaciers carve massive chunks of ancient ice into the sea. These newborn icebergs begin a slow voyage, carried by currents and winds. The best time to see them is April to June, when sea ice breaks up and pushes the giants closer to shore. Every year is different, sometimes many big icebergs, sometimes just a few. Iceberg Alley is a living reminder of the forces shaping our planet. These icebergs are time capsules made from snow that fell thousands of years ago. Trapped inside are bubbles of ancient air and dust, preserving a record of Earth's past. As they travel, icebergs cool the air and water, influencing the local environment. Their presence is a powerful symbol of the wild Arctic and the ocean's might. For scientists, they're clues to climate and history. For locals and visitors, they're a breathtaking spectacle. Iceberg Alley is where nature's past and present meet, right on Newfoundland's doorstep. And every spring the parade begins anew. Ferryland is a tiny historic town perched on the edge of the Atlantic. For most of the year it's peaceful, colorful saltbox houses, rugged coastline and a close-knit community. But when spring arrives, everything changes. Icebergs drift so close they seem to brush the rooftops, turning Ferryland into a global destination. Tourists and photographers fill the roads, eager for the perfect view. The town's unique geography, a peninsula jutting into the ocean, offers panoramic vistas of Iceberg Alley. Shallow waters near the coast often trap the biggest icebergs, making them stay for weeks. Social media has made Ferryland famous, with images of icebergs towering over houses captivating the world. The contrast between human life and nature's scale is striking. Ferryland is now a bucket list spot, not just for the icebergs, but for its culture and scenery. Here, the ordinary becomes extraordinary every spring, and the town's story is forever tied to the ice. The icebergs don't just bring beauty, they bring business. Each spring, tourists flood Ferryland, creating an iceberg economy. Hotels, restaurants and shops thrive, and locals find seasonal work as guides and boat operators. Boat tours offer close-up views and stories from those who know the sea best. Some even harvest pure iceberg ice for premium drinks. This tourism is sustainable, celebrating nature without harming it. The community benefits while protecting the landscape that draws visitors. The icebergs provide a vital lifeline, supporting families and traditions. It's a partnership between people and nature, unique to this place. The iceberg season is short, but its impact lasts all year. In Ferryland, nature's spectacle is also a source of hope. Seeing an iceberg from your kitchen window is surreal, but in Ferryland, it's real. These frozen giants dwarf houses and roads, creating a scene straight from a dream. 90% of an iceberg is hidden underwater, so what you see is just a hint of its true size. When one grounds near town, it becomes a towering icy skyscraper. The view changes with the weather, brilliant white in sun, ghostly in fog, glowing blue at sunset. Up close you can see layers, crevasses and waterfalls of meltwater. Each iceberg is a living sculpture, shaped by time and elements. The experience is humbling, a reminder of nature's scale and power. For locals it never gets old. For visitors it's unforgettable. Ordinary days become extraordinary with an iceberg in the backyard. It's magic right outside your door. Every iceberg story begins in Greenland, where snow falls and compacts over millennia into glacial ice. Gravity pulls this ice toward the sea, forming massive glaciers. When a glacier reaches the ocean, huge chunks break off, a process called calving. The birth of an iceberg is dramatic, millions of tons of ice crashing into the water. Each iceberg is unique, some tall and spired, others flat and wide. Wind and waves sculpt them into arches, caves, and fantastic shapes. The blue streaks in the ice are ancient, dense layers. The white parts are filled with air bubbles. Once free, the iceberg begins its solitary journey south. Its shape and size change constantly, shaped by the sea. These natural sculptures are both beautiful and fleeting. From glacier to ocean, each iceberg carries the story of Earth's frozen past. And every spring, a new chapter drifts into Ferryland. The journey is as remarkable as the destination. How does a mountain of ice float? It's all about density. Ice is less dense than liquid water, so it floats, just like an ice cube in a glass. About 90% of an iceberg is hidden below the surface, making them dangerous for ships. The Titanic disaster happened not far from here, a stark reminder of the risks. Today, satellites and patrols track icebergs to keep ships safe. As icebergs drift south, they melt from sun, air, and warmer water. Melting changes their shape and balance, sometimes causing them to roll or break apart suddenly. That's why tour boats keep a safe distance. The visible beauty hides a dynamic, unpredictable force. Each iceberg is a lesson in physics and caution. Even in stillness, they are always changing. Nature's wonders demand respect. An iceberg's journey from Greenland to Ferryland is epic, thousands of kilometers over years. The Labrador Current is their highway, but the route is shaped by winds, waves, and seasons. Some icebergs get trapped in sea ice for months, then released in spring. Along the way, they're sculpted by collisions, erosion, and melting. By the time they reach Newfoundland, they're much smaller than when they began. The final stretch, Iceberg Alley, is a race against time as melting accelerates. Each iceberg's arrival is the end of a long odyssey. For a brief moment, it becomes part of Ferryland's story. Then it melts away, its ancient water joining the sea. The sight is a fleeting glimpse of a journey few will ever witness, and every iceberg is a traveler with a story to tell. The annual parade of icebergs is more than a spectacle. It's part of Ferryland's soul. For locals, it's tradition and identity. For visitors, it's awe and wonder. Icebergs connect generations, with stories passed down about the biggest and most beautiful. Scientists study them for clues about climate and history, drilling ice cores to unlock secrets of the past. Each iceberg is a floating laboratory and a work of art. To stand on the shore and watch ancient ice drift by is humbling and unforgettable. The magic lies in their fleeting presence, each one unique, never to be seen again. When the great iceberg melts, it lives on in memory and photographs. The icebergs remind us to cherish the wonders that don't last. In Ferryland, nature's masterpiece is always temporary, always precious. The parade will return, but each spring is different. The icebergs are a gift, one to be celebrated, remembered, and respected. And for those who witness them, the memory lasts a lifetime.